Hallam and Porterfield. Oh, Porterfield has scored.
A block by Tommy Wright Phillips again, and Sunderland have scored.
Hello. So, not surprisingly, it's finished Sunderland 0, Blackburn 1 in another disappointing, lacklustre, toothless performance at the Stadium of Light. Not surprising really when saw that lineup before the game. 7 changes. Really, did we need to make 7 changes? Hume, Helder, Lafee, Neil, Rigg, Roberts, Meander all went out for Alan Brown, Joe Anderson, Job, Samed, Harrison, Jones, Milan Alexic, Wilson Isidor. And to be fair, some of the lads who came in didn't do too bad. But bare facts are, it's 3 defeats in a row now. 2 wins in 8 games. Only 3 goals scored in the last 8 games, and it's not good enough. You'd be sick of me hearing this word momentum. That we need to get some sort of momentum getting into the playoffs. We're just getting worse and worse as every week passes by. The only plus point is the teams around us all seem to be doing the same. But we've got to concentrate on us, and that today, I'm starting to think that Regis Lebris has properly lost the plot big style. We actually started the game off quite well today, I thought. We looked to be pressing quite high. We looked to be quite energetic. But there was no end product at the end of it. We kept on getting into good positions. We kept on winning corners. But as has been the norm for months now, the delivery of the final ball or the cross has just simply not been good enough. We had Harrison Jones on corners today and he couldn't beat the first man. Got in a couple of good positions in the first half, but again, crossing not good enough. The final ball, decision making not good enough either. But Blackburn were offering nothing at all. We were kind of dominating the play really. In midfield, I thought Harrison Jones wasn't doing too bad. Joe Anderson, I thought, was doing quite well at left back. Certainly doing a lot better than Leo Yelder. But then we fall for a sucker punch. Midway through the first half, it's a cross in the box, and Tyrese Dolan picks the ball up, and he has time to beat defender, turn inside and fire a shot past Patterson, and it's 1 out. It comes against the run of play, but you just couldn't expect that from us now. And it's poor. This centre forward business. You've got Eliza Meander who scores fucking world class goal at the week on Friday. And I touched on that before the game in the preview video, that you need to have a centre forward who's full of confidence of scoring goals. Now what's that saying to Meander? You've scored a cracking goal and I'm going to drop you and I'm going to put Isidor in. And Isidor, again, miles off the pace, out of sorts, no confidence. And he's got 9 goals in 12 games, Wilson Isidor. And we limped to half time, then it's an outage. It's 1-0 down half time. And the second half was more of the same. We dominated most of the play, we dominated the ball, but we created nothing. We had 2 shots on target today. 2 shots on target out of 16. It's piss poor. And I've listened to Lebris's comments after the game and saying now, we've now got to switch to playoff mode. Well, I'm sorry, but it's not that easy. You can't just turn form on and off. Lafay, when he came on, looks miles off the pace. Yes, you can see he's got quality, but he's not up to speed. And if you're expecting the likes of him to come into the side and suddenly turn it on and be a match winner, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. And from these last 2 games now, Lebris has got to start playing his strongest side. He's got to play the team that he wants us to be in the playoffs. Simple as. No more excuses, no more complaints. He's got to start playing his strongest team. Because this afternoon, even though we like I say, we dominated the ball, we created fuck all. We created absolutely fucking nothing. We never looked a threat. Their goalkeepers had now to D. Now to all the D. Player ratings today, like I say, I thought Joe Anderson was probably the shining light this afternoon. I thought he did alright at left back, and I certainly will be playing him before Leo Helder. Alan Brown was getting forward from right back. Mepham in 09 with their usual, kind of rock solid selves. In midfield, Job again looks unfit, looks off the pace, but that 90 minutes deal did him a world of good. Samed did quite well in the first half, but second half he went missing. Alexic is not a winger. If you're going to play him in his proper position as a number 10. For fuck's sake, you're doing him no favours at all, and the fans just get on his back. He's not a left winger. Play him in a number 10 role where he can play. So, he looked poor, but not his fault again. Harrison Jones, I thought, did quite well this afternoon. He was getting on the ball a lot more, and he was not like as scared as he was when he played against Swansea. I thought he was a lot more controlled, a lot more calm on the ball. But apart from that, Tommy Watson, I'm going to give some credit to Tommy Watson, because I said in the preview video I would have nowhere near the first time, but today I thought he did well. Lack of creativity in his final ball, but I thought he battled a lot more and tried to get on the ball and tried to cause them issues. So fair play to him for that. I didn't agree with the booing. I didn't. He's wearing a Sunderland shirt, and booing him before the game is going to do his confidence no good whatsoever. Tommy Watson could be playing for us in the playoffs because we've got nobody else to play there. So I didn't boo him. When he's wearing the shirt and when he's trying, just support him if you can. Didn't be booing him. But like I say, Lebris has now got to start his strongest lineup for me in these last two games. And whether that means Wilson Isidor is going to play out on that left-hand side or he's going to stick with Tommy Watson, but he needs to stick with the centre-forward who he feels is going to get us the goals to get us to Wembley. And that, to me, is Elijah Meander, not Wilson Isidor. If you're going to play Isidor, play him on the left-hand side. So for now, you've got to play these last two games with the focus on getting some momentum and getting some form back into these fucking playoff games, because that, it's worrying. It's worrying, it's annoying, it's not good enough. So, Lebris, pick your strongest team, pick the team that you want to go with and stick with it, and play the same team in the next two games, for fuck's sake, man. Like I say, the only plus point is other teams around us are doing the same. Bristol City have lost today, Coventry have lost today, Middlesbrough have lost today, Millwall could now have an outside chance of sneaking in the playoffs. Looking like we're going to be we've guaranteed fourth, so we're definitely going to be away the first leg. We've got this home game for the second leg. Whoever it's going to be, let's get some confidence. It's looking like Burnley and Sheffield United, Burnley and Leeds are going to be promoted. Leeds have thumped Stoke today 6-0. Burnley are currently winning 1-0 against Sheffield United, so it's looking like the playoffs are going to be Sheffield United, us, and any two from possibly 4 teams. That's the way it's going to be. But honestly, today, I don't think we warranted the 7 changes. I really, really didn't. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below about that. It's piss poor. It's piss poor. It's frustrating and it's not fair. I understand the reasons why he's doing it, but it's not on. You didn't need to max 7 changes at all. I didn't feel so. Let's see what kind of team he picks for the Oxford game. Hoping it's going to be strongest team based on his press comments tonight after the game. That's what he's more or less said. It's now switched to playoff mode, whatever that means. But we'll have to wait and see. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. For me, the wheels have well and truly fell off, and it's going to be hard to get this momentum back and to get this form and turn it around going into the playoff games. It really, really is. That's just my personal opinion, and I really, really can see us going out in the semi-final stage. I really can. But disappointing afternoon, another disappointing home game, another disappointing performance. Let us know what you think. But until the match preview coming up with the Oxford game, probably coming out Wednesday or Thursday. See you later. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.